to begin with. So with a bit of luck, it'll be explosive stuff. And if both men live up to the sparkles on their trunks and provide a sparkling contest, will be treated tonight.
Certainly hell for leather at the moment, Phil, isn't it?
Yeah, just to help you perhaps with the identification, if you're not familiar with the two, the black waistband is probably the most distinguishing mark, which belongs to gentleman Joel Haigh. Both do have their names written on their waistbands as well, but similar coloured trunks, so Haigh in the dark waistband may just help you at home.
It's one of those things, Phil, that I know the board inspectors at the weigh-in often ask the boxers what colour their trunks are, and you have instances where they say, oh yeah, white and black, and the other one says black and white, and then they turn up and actually they've both got exactly the same. Not quite that tonight, but almost. Not
quite the old snooker for those of you watching in black and white. The blue's the one behind the pink ball, but it's that kind of thing.
Yeah. Joel Haigh with the black band around the top of his trunks and throwing those big bombs there.
Good punch straight through the middle of Stevie Spence's guard. Took it well, to be fair, Spence, and he's back for more, but already his face is just showing signs of one or two marks, as though Haigh is getting through with that left jab in particular.
He certainly got the evening off to a furious start, Phil, in the first couple of minutes.
Well, this is only the second contest of Joel Haigh's professional career, but he looks like he's a man in a hurry in more ways than one. Got great backing, another really good left at the end of that first round. Very, very good first round from Joel Haigh. You can hear what his supporters ringside think of it.
Yeah, and they're standing at the back. It really is a rip-roaring atmosphere already, and it's not as full as it will be for the big fight later on. Here's a bit of the action from that round. Spence there shipping one from Haigh. Haigh certainly very sharp, snappy punches, missed with a couple there, but he certainly took the fight to Spence in those early seconds.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good test of Stevie Spence's defences, because Haigh looked very, very busy, very determined, very focused in that opening 2 minutes.
What we shouldn't forget, Phil, of course, is the atmosphere here will probably be giving them a little bit of the wobbles in the legs, I would think, just coming out here being young boxers. Not what they'd expect on a routine Friday night in Cleethorpes, one suspects.
Yes, I don't suppose they were preparing to be boxing in front of a worldwide audience, but it's also a great shop window for them, especially someone as young as Joel Haigh, just turned 21. It's a real showcase for them tonight. And he's putting his cards on the table here, Haigh, and Spence taking a bit more punishment there, manages to get himself out of the neutral corner. Quite nimble and quick on his feet, Haigh, which is perhaps just helping him at the moment to evade any replies coming back from Spence. But certainly Haigh calling the shots early on in this contest.
I get the impression that Spence is just trying to calm it all down a little bit at the moment and just try and get into his rhythm a bit more and not be rushed by Haigh.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the kind of advice he got from his corner.
But there's some real sting in some of these shots being dished out by Joel Haigh.
Spence is trying to take centre ring, but Haigh's having nothing of it, forcing his man back. Haigh just getting a little frustrated at times with Spence's tactics. And a nice little comeback there from Stevie Spence. He enjoyed that, landed one on the chin of Joel Haigh almost for the first time on the night. Haigh wasn't shaken, it must be said, but perhaps a chink of light for Spence.
Just a hint also of a mark around Joel Haigh's left eye, I think it is.
Well, a better round for Spence, but I think it still went to Haigh overall.
So not losing too much in terms of sweat there in the opposite corner. Some deep breath and, I was going to say, a gulp of air, but just as he was gulping the air, the water went in.
Gulp of water.
Here's some of the action from that second round. Spence, as I say, trying to get a little bit more composure into it, but still shipping one or two from Joel Haigh. That overhand right landed and then tries another one. Left hook to the body, just throwing a higher ratio of punches than Spence, and on that basis probably edging that round as well.
Yeah, well, even in the clip we saw there, the couple of punches that Spence managed to land were really more glancing blows than fully fledged punches. So far so good for Joel Haigh, we reckon. It's round 3 of a scheduled 6. Remember, 6-2s making up the 12 minutes of this welterweight contest, the opening one of the night. International super bantamweight contest to follow, plus the main event for the vacant British Masters lightweight title, but we're in the welterweight division to begin with.
Spence still on the defensive here as Haigh keeps up that work rate. Can he make it last all these 6 rounds? As we approach the halfway point of the contest, and Haigh again having some success. Spence just trying to keep his guard up and measure his punches, but the on-rushing Haigh has really just rocked him a little bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, explosive start to round 3 again from Haigh, who seems to have put his foot to the floor again. Maybe coasted a little bit through the second. His father, Gordon, incidentally, an ex-professional, fought in the featherweight division between 1981 and 85, for those who may remember. 16 professional contests in all for his dad, who's now head coach at the amateur boxing club, Hull Saints, where Joel Haigh started before turning pro.
So plenty of pedigree in the family then to put into action here in the ring at the Beachcomber in Cleethorpes. Carl Greaves, I know, pleased with the result of the card. You know, he said 1 or 2 pullouts, but we had a good start to the evening with this one, and we're only halfway through it.
Yeah, to be fair, Stevie Spence, one of the boxers who stepped in at relatively late notice to take this fight.
Might be wishing he hadn't at this precise moment.
Take a bit of punishment as well as taking the fight at the moment, but trying to force his way back as we come to the end of round 3.
And of course, Phil, this is one of the reasons why we like these shows on Hatton TV. We really are showing the grassroots of the sport, and some of the up and coming, and some of those who maybe won't go too far, but they'll always entertain.
Well, it's those who make the sport, either because they're on the way up or because they help those on the way up. And you can see some of the best of the action from Haigh, and just for a minute there, Spence was trapped in his own corner. Decided to try and fight his way out, but you can see Haigh able to sway out of the way and miss the bombs that were aimed at his head.
So there he is, the gentleman, as he's nicknamed.
Yes, I saw some of his publicity shots where he was pictured in a 3-piece suit and a pair of boxing gloves, which is a little unusual, but all helps the public image.
I wonder whether he's taking it back to the hire shop yet. Whoops, I hope he didn't hear that.
I guess he hasn't risked it tonight. He's gone for the sparkly trunks instead of the suit. So work for Spence to do, perhaps, if he's to find a way back into this contest. Haigh, who incidentally took his first career victory against Jason Carr at the same venue in another 6-rounder, won all 6 rounds that night. That was 3 months or so ago. Looking to double up here, and again Spence just shaking himself down, having taken more punishment.
And now Steve Spence looking, if he's getting just a little angry, and as if it's riled him to come back and teach the youngster a thing or two. But he's got some way to come back in this one, we suspect. 4th round, a minute to go.
Well, Spence has a dangerous right hand. He's one of his 12 contests today by way of knockout. It's been a while since his last victory. That incidentally also came in this arena against Matt Seawright just over a year ago. So he'd like to get back to winning ways, but as Nigel said, it's a long way back in this particular contest because Haigh has really dominated from the first bell.
It has been a furious pace, isn't it? A testimony to the fitness of both guys. They've not let up for a moment.
Well, in some ways, it's been a little bit more like an amateur contest where sometimes the guys just come out all guns blazing over the shorter distance. They know they've got to get their work done and get it done early. And in a sense, that's the way these two have approached this opening contest this evening. But it's a really good start to what we hope will be a terrific night of international boxing here in Cleethorpes. Little tap on the gloves, bit of mutual respect between the fighters.
And rightly so. Joel Haigh, he's put so much effort into this. 2 more rounds to keep it up, and he'll look like he'll have chalked up another career victory. Here's some of that 4th round action again. Good combinations. Then Spence came back with a good left that just clipped him round the chin. Both of them trading, really great action. Good left hook there to the side of the head, and that's what made Spence shake his head. Maybe that was just a reaction to the pain more than anything else. Perhaps it really did catch him, but fair play to it. Look, a furious action for him.
Yeah, interesting to see whether he's trying to psych himself up perhaps there. He's taking on a little bit more instruction from his corner, a bit more water.
Being a bit topical, maybe a bit more use of the whip in the final furlong. That's an in-joke for anyone who knows about racing.
Yeah, one of the jockeys went on strike, I think. Can't remember which one, but got himself a second ban in a few days under the new rules.
No chance of these two going on strike. They're too busy.
Well, it's a good job they don't limit the number of punches in boxing.
Well, we hope you're enjoying this live on YouTube. I don't think you could have wished for a better start to the evening, really, in terms of all action. If you're enjoying it, don't forget to message us via YouTube or on Twitter, #Hatton TV, and maybe let us know what you think, who you think's won each fight as the evening progresses.
Well, it's fair to say, to use another sporting analogy as well, when they sometimes try to hide the football results, this is not one where you want to look away now, because you could miss anything.
Well, you won't find Haigh or Spence taking their eye off the prize, so to speak. They can't afford to. Great action by Haigh again.
Haigh's just got to be careful. Sometimes when he comes in, he does leave himself open to the counter. Doesn't want to walk onto a big right hand from Stevie Spence. He's kept out of range for the most part so far this evening, but as he seems to be in control of this contest, it would be rather foolish of the younger man to give it away.
So the closing stages of the 5th, and a bit of a rabbit punch there. Referee dishing out the warning. Blood trickling down from the nose of Joel Haigh, so Spence has been getting through, but not to the same level that Haigh has.
Yeah, referee for the first contest, Rob Chalmers, had a relatively quiet night so far, but he's just getting a bit more work in round 5 as it's getting a little bit more scrappy. Maybe fatigue beginning to set in.
Well, another furious round of action here at the Beachcomber in Cleethorpes. If you are just joining us, this Carl Greaves promotion, part of Hatton TV's Friday Fight Night series, live and exclusive on the net around the world. And this is action from round 5. Spence on the right there. Haigh, the man who's taken the attack to his opponent all through those first 5 rounds. And really just on effort alone, let alone the scoring punches, you'd say, you know, he's comfortably in front. I wouldn't want to say streets in front.
Pretty much had it all his own way. Not quite one-way traffic, but he's been the one dictating. It's been more the way Joel Haigh wanted to fight it rather than perhaps the game plan that Steve Spence had in mind. But, well, the promotion is called The Time Has Come, and the time has certainly come now for Spence, because I think only a knockout here can help him in this one. It's going Joel Haig's way at the moment.
Great stuff though, and still trading the two of them. And you have to say, Spence, who's been under the cosh for 5 rounds, he's still gamely coming forward and looking as if he's still got something to offer in this fight.
Yeah, and like I say, worth repeating that he took this fight at relatively late notice, so it shows, it's a testament really to the condition he's in, that he's been able to take it just about all the way. But Joel Haigh with good backing at ringside, and he's not letting his fans down tonight. He's treated them to some of his best, but he very nearly walked onto a right hand from Spence. I mentioned that that might be the danger punch. Just perhaps a sign of his inexperience there. Remember, Haigh just one pro fight under his belt, whereas Steve Spence already into double figures, and just a hint of Haigh's inexperience there in a fight which really he should have under control.
Yeah, but we're not complaining ringside here from the action. I'm sure the two corners will have their view as how their men have approached this, and will probably pick up some criticisms, but you really can't knock either of them for what they've put on for the packed crowd here at the Beachcomber tonight.
Spence trying to get that left jab out, followed it up with the dangerous right. Haigh aware of the danger now. Closing stages. Are we going to have a grandstand finale to the first bout of the night? First of 5, remember, up here in Cleethorpes.
Gum shield out here. I don't know if you've seen our magnificent clip on YouTube of Adam Etches a couple of weeks ago in Sheffield, when his opponent spat his gum shield out and Adam caught it on his thigh and then volleyed it into the corner in superb fashion.
Sign him up.
Check that clip out here on the Hatton YouTube channel. Well worth a watch.
Maybe Fabio Capello can put him in instead of Wayne Rooney if he can't play in the championships.
Well, certainly Sheffield Wednesday need him.
Well, there we go, end of the first contest. No surprise that it's Haigh's fist which is raised, but warm applause all round for Stevie Spence as well. Like I say, something of a local dust-up this one, Hull against Scunthorpe, so in a sense no losers tonight.
I'll go and see if I can have a word with him, Phil.
But I think Haigh in particular will be very, very pleased with his evening's work. I'd say he was in control more or less from start to finish. Just 1 or 2 moments of alarm for him in the process of those 12 minutes, but this clip again, more or less encompassing the fight. Haigh quick on his feet, did the bulk of the work, and a deserved winner at the end, and I think now we can get the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure to agree, a tremendous contest to start the evening off with. Before I give the decision, please congratulate both boxers on an excellent half-full contest. Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 hard rounds of boxing, the referee Rob Chalmers' scorecard reads: Steve Spence 55 points, Joel Haigh 60 points, your winner, and still undefeated, gentlemen, Joel Haigh. And ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation for a very tough boxer indeed there, Steve Spence.
Well, a terrific start.